We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Orange.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Here we go.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. gun. Goff buying time to his left. He may try and run, and it's a fumble. And this is going to be 49er football.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Going up top. He's got a man complete. The 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 95 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Goff on third down. And with it flagged down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. That it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Malik McDowell breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, here's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. To go here in the 1st half. Back to the booth right after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Gun! Gun! Gun!
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He dropped an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the 1st half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
They'll throw underneath for Gurley. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Gone. Caught left side, Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Watch number 12. Watch number 12. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
That's taken on the 25. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards. Stop.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Forced out to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And they'll run it here. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Over! Gun!
Now back to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gun!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's complete to Grant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They'll set up a throw. Being chased, and he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
That's what we go. 76. 76. Super 1.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Buying time to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The Rams on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right, it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Twisting away. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know. Well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he...
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Goff. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Goff. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That goes for a gain of 31. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's Goff. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here, all right? Let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Out of of the gun. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A great Monday night to wrap up the weekend football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Detroit!
Now a handoff looking right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for San Francisco, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Rams, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball.